Happy picnic day, Alice Springs! It's such a lovely, beautiful weather here in Alice Springs today, and I have the privilege to do an emotional release session with a client today. So this client has been consistently coming for a while now, and she's actually finished her 12 sessions with me, and we decided that maybe it is time for her to try to do an emotional release session. So let me just describe briefly to you what an emotional release session looks like and what it is. So emotional release session looks very much like a regular session with the client lying face down on the massage table. So I still do the regular session, and then when the time is ready, then I focus on the emotional release, which would be mainly on the mid-thoracic section, directly more or less behind where the heart is. Considering we're talking about emotion, so usually there's a lot of stored emotion inside our heart. It could be emotion that we keep inside us, or trauma, abuse, whatever it is that's relating to. It could be from the time when you were a child. It's not always dramatic. It could just be when you were a young girl, your parent or one of your parents scolded you, and then when you wake up in the morning, you found out you've been wetting your bed, or you started stuttering, as is with the experience of one of my clients. So with this particular client, she's gone through a fair bit of issues from her past, from the time she's a child to teenager to adult, and we've done her regular sessions. She has released a little bit of physical blockages, emotional blockage, and chemical blockage each time we do her session. So we decided to focus on her emotional release today. With emotional release, I touched on that access point around here, as I mentioned, that deals with the emotion. So when I do that, we never know what would happen. Your body decides what it needs to release. More or less, it's your body-mind connection. So I always tell clients, have a list ready of what you might want to let go in your life, what you might want your body to deal with and let go, but it could still be anything. Like with this client, we discussed some things from her past that she felt is holding back or triggering some emotions in her when she least expected. So she's done a lot of works for herself with different therapists, with self-work, and through her own personal work as well. She's done a fair bit of release, but she finds that lately there's still some emotion that easily gets triggered, which would go back to from the time when she's a child. So anyway, we did her emotional release today, and it was such a lovely session. After the session, I asked her how it is, or if there's what it is that she experienced, and she was she's actually had a quite lovely experience. So each of my clients who has been through the emotional release session had very different sessions. Some would end up crying, some is just very still and they're very relaxed, and then the release or whatever it is that start to come out, it could be feelings, emotions, or thoughts or memories, would be a process within the next coming days. So it's very different. Some release during the session, some after the session when they're in the privacy of their own home. So with this particular client, it seems as if she was very still during the whole session, and then when she finished up, she said it seems as if people from her past came up to her while she's in the session, and then explained some things to her from the past, and then gave her a totally different perspective of things that she thought was one thing, but in fact could be the other. So it's kind of like in our lives, there are a lot of stories we tell ourselves, and this is what we believe in, this is our perspective. But with this particular session with this client, what she got out of this session was a totally like a backflip of the perspective she's kept to herself, what she believed in through the years. And then after the session, she said this gave her a totally new perspective and made her feel really good that in fact what she's always believed in is a totally different from what could have been as well. So, and then with my other clients, it could be memories from the past, from a traumatic domestic violence relationship, and then sometimes in this instance we could have a quick follow-up session the day after, 2 days after, if a lot is still coming out and is that this person might want to move on. So with emotional release session, this is approximately for 1.5 or 2 hours. Sometimes it could go shorter, some it could go longer, depending on how your body processes the release. But it's important to note that we don't just do emotional release right from the very first time you come and you've never done any spinal flow session. What I usually prefer to do with clients or discuss with clients is come for come for a spinal flow session, and usually the whole program of spinal flow session ideally is for you to commit to 12 sessions. 12 sessions is enough for your body to start releasing physical blockage, chemical blockage, and emotional blockages. And after a while, if you feel that you're ready, let me just clarify that during your ordinary regular session, some emotional stuff might come out as well as your body continue to release blockages from your body. So again, we don't have a say in what comes out of your body. Your brain is the best judge. Your nervous system is the best judge on what's holding you on a fight or flight state. So the whole aim is for your body to get out of that fight or flight or freeze state and get into a parasympathetic state where your body is able to relax and then digest and rest and digest state, so to speak. So in this particular with emotional release session, it's solely dedicated to emotional release, in that we still do your regular session first to get your body ready, and then that's the time we do the emotional release. Because on regular session we don't do this because it might come up with a lot of stuff that you're not ready to deal with after the session. So the concern is it has to be on the day when you relax, where you don't have a lot of things going on, you don't have your family members to go to take care of right after the session. So save it for the time when you're a bit more relaxed, like a holiday like today, or when you don't have a lot of your family members needing your attention, where you can just go home, or you can find 1 to 2 hours for yourself and process what has come out. So ideally it's me time, it's your self-care. And then after that, your body is able to process what has come out, what's continue to process with in terms of feelings, memories, and thoughts. So with some people, it helps to help emotional release when you find that you're easily still triggered by some things in your life and you don't understand what. Or with some people, it could also be a physical impact when you feel that you're doing all you can, you're doing exercise, but your breathing still feels very shallow. Like with myself during my own emotional release session, I had a really deep cry from somewhere deep down inside of me, and after that I felt that I'm able to breathe so much better. Like it comes from like a deep breathing that it kind of opens up from inside, and then I'm able to breathe so much easier now. And with some people, they find their health improve significantly after emotional release session. But also to note, emotional release might not be just one session. It depends on how much you're holding inside of you, and we don't want to overwhelm your nervous system as well. So sometimes it could take 1 session, 2 sessions, or 3 sessions in separate sessions while your body is ongoing. Continue releasing it. So we give it time. We give your nervous system to hold on to start developing a new pattern where you're no longer holding on to past trauma, tension, and stresses in your life. So if this is something you want to explore, why don't you come and talk to me, and let's start your journey with the regular spinal flow session, and I'll see you soon.